just go live and call it. I've got no idea what I'm doing anymore. Let's not pretend like I know what the fuck is happening or whatever. It's just gonna be for fun. I don't know why I'm so gosh darn nervous for. I'm just gonna stream. I guess I'll just start. Not that I have any particular plans of doing anything, but whatever. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Let's see. Let's actually open up the stream on the left-hand side, and then we'll call it a day. Then I'll just do my own thing. Cool. There we go. Hello? 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 I hope everyone hears me well. I can't tell anymore. I know anything. Okay. Got it. Bum. Let's see. Actually, let's source this. You know, I just realized I'm not even following the reference at all. What's the point of pulling up a reference if I wasn't going to follow it? Like, crazy. All right, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a good baseline to draw clothes from. We'll just keep this for now. Maybe we'll make it into a prettier sketch later, but as of currently, I'm probably just gonna keep it like this. Let's see. Let's see. This is actually, I wish I got a better reference. The fact that I picked a reference and the reference actually turns out completely nothing, completely different to what I intended is sort of insane, but I guess that's like me. Let's see, this would probably be a pretty big drop, and then due to the baggage, it would probably flare out at the bottom. Probably. My reference seems like it's flaring out, but that reference is at a straight angle. So I'm going to assume kind of gets perched up like this. Oh, why am I having him put his hands in pants pockets if the hoodie might have a pocket itself? We'll just assume. That he puts everything in his pants pocket. Make it relatively thicker. We'll call it a day. There we go. I'm sure that's fine. Probably. Put a little hole here. Sure. Whatever. We're going to keep that out. Put a little hand, but obviously, let's actually do it more this way. My pants. There we go. Sounds all right to me. It's not too bad. Now, I'm sure that there'd be a bit of a line there. Insert. Lower these out. Actually, Marco Bucci in his video, he has the strands kind of branch out like this, and no branches too alone. That might be too cluttery though. So in fact, I'm actually going to do like that and see if that looks any better. Maybe? Either or. I guess we'll call this one done, and then we'll do the next one to follow the reference a little more, but I do want to add a little bit of flair to it. You know? Just some fun stuff to it. I actually don't know. I'm not very good at drawing faces without there being more guidelines. Oh god. I decided to do a gesture, but now look at me. I'm kind of flustering over here. It's alright. Not the worst thing in the world. I guess it would kind of be a face like this, judging by the angle. It's a little crazy, but let's actually move it over a tad bit, maybe shrink the eyes a little bit more. Huh. Yeah, I do not have enough. I do not have enough experience drawing faces from without any guidelines. We'll just do the eyes for now. Call it a day. I'm still making an attempt though. It's kind of like this weird. No, we'll call it that. Maybe I'll draw some hair. Are you doing clothing material studies? I'm not sure really. I just feel like recently, a lot of my anatomy has improved, but I feel like recently as I drew my latest sketch, which had armor on it as well, that my clothing was kind of not good at all, and I kind of beat myself up for it. And I've been kind of, installing this out for a little bit, but I should kind of get it done now. So I decided that since I'm free and I have nothing better to do, now is a better time than ever to just draw clothing and try to get a different way of doing it. I feel like the way I'm doing it feels very poor. It just feels terrible. It just looks terrible. It looks terrible with the line. It looks atrocious. All the materials feel the same. There's no differentiation between the materials, and I feel like the folds are just completely wrong. So yeah. And that's it. I just decided to stream my practice for once. I've been trying to get back into YouTube anyway, so that being the case, trying to get it back into YouTube, I need to practice. It just kind of fits. Two birds with one stone, I guess. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's just have her tuck them behind, and we'll just see what happens, right? There we go. I've never drawn gestures so quick, or I guess I've never just, I usually just put so much thought into these things that I guess I'm just kind of, I'm glad that I've sped up. I'm glad that I've gotten faster in some degree. Okay. So, yeah, man, where have I been? So school, other things, a little bit of demotivation at the same time, the usual stuff. But just in general, like, just been busy. Felt like it's just a content thing. It's just like my own personal feelings of my channel. Just decided to do a reset for the new year. Just take a chill. Just take a quick break on YouTube and come back with better stuff, I guess. If that makes sense. I know that I'm not giving a lot of explanation, but I do have some stuff planned and worked, and I intend on showing it off, I guess. To keep it short, I know that I'm explaining a lot. To keep it short, I wasn't satisfied with my videos, but I've been meaning to get back into content creation, and I just thought streaming as if nothing happened, just not treating it like a big deal would just ease the anxiety of coming back. And it's sort of doing the job. Not really. Other things. What have you been doing? What's up with you, Mugen? How have you been, brother? It's been a minute. Maybe it's not that satisfying of an answer to receive from me, but more or less that's what I've been up to. I feel like I'm defaulting back into how I usually draw clothes and not actually learning from anything. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that I learn what the heck is happening. So this is a tension point. It goes down. It's going down, right? Everything's kind of behind, so yeah, it's gonna be a little hidden, but there might be a little inside fold here, right? Might create something like that. More drag in this area right here. And this area might be the same. Some tension, right? Creating a fold, but like there's also a tension point here probably. I guess what would take precedent, the drop fold or it spiraling around? I'm not sure. Regardless, I guess let's see. Let's look up hoodie woman. Hooded woman. Let's see. I guess it kind of like. Let's get rid of this. This is just to mark the tension points. But what we're doing now. So it kind of so this is like a tension point. Something like this. Then something else kind of lays down. Not particularly sure. And these kind of seem like, how about adding a big necklace shape? A big necklace shape. Like this. Kind of like this here. I guess. Like that? I'm not particularly sure. Are you using reference? I'm not. I'm kind of loosely doing it. I'm trying to get to a point where if I don't have a specific reference, or I can like maybe manipulate the reference just a little bit where it seems realistic. It seems right enough, essentially. I guess like using the reference is not using one is kind of the goal. But then again, I have just started, so I might start tracing soon enough and seeing if I could learn anything from tracing any of the references. But for now, not particularly. I have them up here, but it's not like a one-for-one look at. The reference I am looking at, I guess I'm looking for the bust area for women to see how clothing works. Like, I don't really know if like the bust would stretch out the shirt or if it would create new tension points that the clothing would drape down from. But I guess that would depend on how tight the clothing is. So I'm not particularly sure. No, like starting the line closer to the neck if you get it. Kind of like here? Like maybe cutting off the hood a little bit more. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm not particularly sure. It seems like clothing also kind of, if it's close enough, it cuts off here too. Yep, makes sense. That's good, hopefully. I'm hoping. But I guess I'm having trouble now. So like in this reference, maybe I'm just tweaking. Who knows? I'm spending a lot of time on this. I'm also confused on how the clothing would work here, like at the tension point. Like this. I guess there would be tension points here, and it would kind of wrap around. Maybe create like that, maybe? And then from here on, it would create dropping points like this. That, hopefully that makes sense. Yeah? I feel like that makes sense. Like the shoulder's a tension point right here, like these 2 points, right? I guess anything past the shoulder would kind of go into the sleeve, I imagine. And then let's say if we were to mark the seam, it'd be like ish here, right? So at first it just kind of comes down like this. And then it kind of gets, the bust kind of starts stretching it out. Maybe not as straight as this or the chest, right? And then at one point, it creates a new tension point that drops from here. And then it goes down from that. Like that. Hopefully that makes sense. The reference I'm looking at, the clothing is very, I assume the clothing is relatively heavy, so there's not a lot of folds, or the folds are a lot thicker. So I guess I'm just kind of making assumptions based on how I think it would look if it was lighter fabric. I'm just gonna say that makes sense. Hi. Hello, Roy Kuchan. I'm sorry if I completely butchered that. That's the word, butchered, for it. I don't know why I was having such a hard time. We'll just do that for now. I don't think I want to spend too much time on this. I say that, and yeah, I'm still chipping away at it. Okay. Gojo Satoru? What do you mean? Feel like you can't do it? I've been... Okay, whoa, wait. The chat kind of moved quickly while I looked away. I've been doing observational drawing with boxes for 3 months, and when it's time to actually finish a drawing, I just freeze and I feel like I can't do it. And it is what I should do. I mean, I'm kind of the same. I feel like I'm definitely someone who starts stuff and never finishes them. But in my opinion, now this is all just what I do. I don't think this is any concrete advice, but I find extreme satisfaction finishing. Like, I find extreme satisfaction on seeing the end result. Not necessarily drawing the result, but seeing the final product is very. And I just imagine the feeling I would get, the feeling I would receive from finishing the piece. So, you know, but at the same time, like, if I never finish a piece, I don't know what I can critique myself on if I never finish it. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm only ever drawing construction, I can only critique myself on construction. So if I ever want to learn how to draw full finished pieces, I'll never get critiques for those if I never finish them. You know what I mean? So, like, it's what doesn't happen if I don't finish that drives me. Like, it's the fact that I can't improve on a finished illustration if I never finish a finished illustration, if that makes sense. So it's more like the anxiety I get from understanding the fact that if I don't complete this, I'm missing out on a whole another sphere of advice. And that drives me insane, I guess. Gojo? No, not Gojo. Though I'm just drawing a bunch of hoodies. I'm trying to learn how to draw baggier clothing. If you watch, so there's a specific video that I'm watching to learn how to draw, and it's a Marco Bucci it's a Marco Bucci video on clothing. And he explains the first category of folds as Z folds, and I guess I'm practicing that. He says that it mostly appears on baggier clothing that like rests towards the bottom due to gravity pulling it down. So I'm just gonna find another baggy clothing. Baggy clothing. Oh, this one's cool. This one is kind of different. It's from the back. So I'm gonna draw this from the back. Where's my, I lost it. Huh. I lost it. You guys got to see my head. The top of my head is really shiny right now because I just took a shower. I'm a morning shower person, so my head might be really glossy. I gotta be careful not to actually show my face because that's not something I particularly want to do. But who cares? If it happens, I guess. So this lady has her shoulders kind of like this. Shoulder width should be a little bit shorter. I guess if the line is like this, right? Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine for now. I think this is a good base, good enough base for me to work with. We're not trying to create a flippant masterpiece here. Actually, this would be good training for trying not to be trying not to have such a sailor's mouth. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I must have copy and pasted. Oh. Okay, there we go. Thank you, thank you. All right. So this one is more of a back shot where she has the hoodie kind of different. I drew it on the wrong layer. Whoops. Copy paste. X. Oh, no. X. Go down. Close off. There we go. Now I can work with it. Cool. All right. So this lady has the hoodie from behind. Kind of like this with the inseam. Kind of doing this, but it's scrunched up to where it's like that. Oh, I see. It cuts off here. It folds. The inseam kind of goes down, bends ever so slightly, like that. Okay. Sort of like that, I believe. Though there is a bit, ever so slightly. A small crease right there. Kind of like that, I guess. Though how would I might pinch in the sides like this, just to show that it does wrap around. Maybe these are too harsh. There we go. Maybe. And then, now the hard part is this, in my opinion. Probably, if I had to make an assumption of what would be the hard part, would be how would I make the fact that she has a baggy hoodie but still appear as if she's leaning in a certain direction. She does seem to have triangle shape. Yeah, kind of crazy shapes here. Shape language is kind of wild. Wow. I definitely don't want it like that. Okay. Be a little bit more specific here. Maybe have the triangle be a little bit tighter. Sort of like this. Come in. Yeah, I think that works because that's where a large portion of that comes in. Yeah. I think that sort of works. Probably. Hopefully. No promises. There we go. I think that works, except this is a little too sharp. I kind of want it to kind of show that's tucking in to itself ish. I think that's the best I can get it for now. And then, of course, the sleeve. It's not particularly like the reference, but and then the seam is actually super weird because it's super low. Odd. That's so odd. That's such a, because like usually you imagine the like this is where the seam of the shoulder is, but it's such a baggy hoodie on such a such a smaller woman that it kind of, like, the tension point is so much further down, and then it kind of snakes like this, which is kind of crazy to me. To me, it's definitely not a common shirt or fold that you'd find randomly, and then it tucks around like this. And boom. And then you got her hand, which is like right here. Like that. Wild. Kind of odd. I guess I need to make sure that not particularly great. This is actually kind of bad the way I've gotten it. It's definitely not accurate to the... It's not accurate at all to the reference. But gotta go now. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, Mugen. Thank you for showing up again. Sorry I haven't uploaded in so long, but I'm trying to return to it. I don't know if you're still here to hear this, but maybe one day I'll get back into the groove. All right. That's pretty much it. This is kind of where everything else lies, I guess. So yeah. That's how the reference has it. Yeah. That'll be it for this one. And then I guess I'll just add the hair just to make it kind of sync up with the rest of the characters, and we'll have it cool. I wonder how much hair testing folds. I wonder how similar it is comparative to clothing, you know? So back ear. We'll call it a day. Actually, just for uniformity's sake, we're gonna cut this off there. There we go. That's not necessary. Okay. This is such a large canvas. I have no clue. Hi, Red. I have no clue how long I intended to doing this for, but definitely not for this long of a piece. I'll definitely go until 11, but 12? Who knows? I might get lunch at that point. Just drawing my practices, though. Let's see. Let's find another reference to do. This time, we're actually probably going to try to... This is perfect. This is perfect. Something like this is perfect. We're going to try to do a diaper fold, which is a fold at the end of Marco Bucci's video that I'm referencing. I guess I should put the video in the description if people want to watch it, just in case. But if you just look up Marco Bucci's drawing video, you'll probably, or drawing clothes video, you'll probably find it. He talks about 7 different types of folds. And in his last video, in his last suggestion of folds to practice, he suggests the diaper fold, which is specific wording for it. or essentially there are 2 points of tension and they're brought in closer to form the pretty big dip. So I guess I will draw the diaper fold, or practice the diaper fold at least. I really should have practiced gesture before this, just so I can draw my bases a lot quicker. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think that's a good enough frame of work. I'm gonna move her arm this way, change it up from the reference a tad bit. I think the where would the it would be in the front. That's where the thumb would be. There we go. That's where I would have it. That's a good base to draw clothing off of. Might be a little odd. Like the chest area is definitely not how I would particularly put it, but for the sake of drawing clothing, this is not horrible. I don't need to be perfect, especially when this isn't gesture practice. This is, or whatever, sketching practice. This is just simply what I need in order to draw some clothing. Okay. Push it back down, and here we go. Once I get this down, I guess I'll keep doing this for a little bit longer. Just, oh no, I guess I don't know about today, but for the sake of it. So I'm assuming this is where the seam is going to be. I'm going to actually have the clothes kind of pop out a bit like that. It's going to mostly drape down though. Definitely, for the most part, it's going to act quite crazy because it's going to be quite loose, pretty loose. But that makes sense. Baggy clothing are kind of like this. There we go. It's going to get scrunched up at the bottom. Okay. There we go. And then, now this is the hard part. It's where everything's jumbled at the bottom in multiple layers. I now have to somehow have it come from this. Have it kind of wrap around, really. Ah, shucks. Kind of like this, maybe? Sort of. And there kind of be... Yeah. I think that works. It might be a little jumbled up. But for the sake of what I'm trying to do, I don't think it's I don't think it's horrible. I definitely don't think it's like fantastic though. Oh my god. You know, this is hard. Clothing is hard. And in here I thought I had it all down. Like literally right before this. Right before my last illustration. I was so brazen to be like, dude, I'm so good at clothing. Don't need to practice clothing there. Never struggled with clothing. And now look at me. Realizing that was completely off. So this is wrong. My clothing sucks. I gotta start from the bottom. You know, neglected so many years. I could have been practicing clothing and I neglected all of it. Just because I decided to be super confident and be like, I don't need to learn clothing. Clothing's not that hard. Yeah, well, I mean, look at me now. Streaming my studies 10 in the morning because this was punishment. Not that it's punishment to stream to you guys. You guys are great. Gives me something to rant. Give me somebody to rant to while I guess I'm essentially studying in quotations. I don't know how much of a study this is. I'm not really tracing anything or not necessarily copying anything, but I mean, hey, practice is practice. Can't be too picky over anything. Actually, if I mean, she's looking down a little bit, so it can dip a little bit further down. And now, you know, maybe we should draw these faces for smaller. It's like these are going to be complete faces anyway. And yes, everyone in my drawings today will indeed have a ponytail. Just because I like ponytails. I think ponytails are cool. How's your ponytail look like? Kind of crazy. There we go. How it going? I'm doing great. How it going? Hi, Elias. I know I said that weirdly, but I do remember everyone relatively. I remember Mugen. Mugen just showed up. Anyone who didn't change their name, I'm pretty sure I remember. I'm doing pretty good though. I hope you're doing well. And the blue is off from the rest of the blues. And now I'm I quite feel weird about that. I'm going to grab you, take this, and I'm going to try to make you the same blue as everyone else while touching the red. Cool. Nice. But I'm doing okay. I'm starting back up content creation, and I thought that streaming would just ease the nerves. I was thinking about making this a whole big deal, but in reality, I just kind of left. But you know, I wanted to make it a big deal, but at the same time, I just wanted to get started, and I believe curing my anxiety would just like streaming would just cure my nervousness, my feeling, you know, me being nervous about it would just, if I just hop into it. What happened to the videos? I deleted all of them. I wasn't necessarily a fan of all of them. Let's wait. Hold on. Give me a second. I didn't delete them. They're all unlisted or they're privated. I just felt like I stopped YouTube because I felt like my videos were not good. I felt like they were lazy. I felt like they weren't really worth being proud of. And I guess it's just like, to me, they didn't deserve to be up, in my opinion. And I've heard plenty of things, but personally, I'm gonna keep them privated until I can make videos with better editing or better topics or stuff or videos that I can be proud of. And that's why I stopped and deleted all the videos. And that's it. That's about nothing too crazy. I don't believe it's too insane. Anyway, that being said, I'm back, and hopefully with better videos coming soon. Probably. I say that, but I've got no clue. I do have one in the making, but I guess it just depends on how that's going to go. All right, new reference. We're going to find a new reference and draw that. Let's see. Let's find, what kind of clothing should I draw? Let's see, clothes. I think maybe we should draw a dress. A dress has a lot of folds and a lot of stuff on it, right? I think that just makes a lot of sense. Let's see, maybe tighter clothing. Tighter clothing could always look pretty good. Who knows? Did my thing crash? I just realized, did my little window capture crash? Where'd it go? It's gone. The Steam crashed. There it is. I made this little PNG tuber just so it can be, so the screen could be a little bit more animated, and I guess it just crashed. So will you do new videos? I will be doing new videos, except a lot of the videos are going to be what I want to, like something that I'd be proud of. Like they're still gonna be about art, they're still gonna be about drawing, but they're gonna be better edited, with more of a theme, more of a topic, rather than me just speed drawing with a background and just posting it. I felt that was just kind of lazy for me. I'm sure there's plenty of speed art out there that's great and fantastic, but for me, that's not the content I want to do. So there will be new videos, just different videos. And like I said, I've got a couple lined up. Actually, let's draw a dress. Let's draw a dress. I feel like we're doing a lot of hoodies. We're doing a lot of baggy clothing, which makes sense. Clothes folds, baggy clothing, blah, blah, blah. That makes sense. But for me, I definitely want to draw something with, I want to draw all kinds of clothing. So let's not just focus on one particular pair of clothing. I think this is pretty good. I think this will be pretty good. Okay, found a new reference. Once again, I have to draw a little base for it, so let's do that as quickly as possible. These bases are kind of ugly, but we'll make them work. Okay, let's see. She's kind of facing this way. Bit of a tilt. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. I think she has her chest kind of puffed up. Bend it over a little bit. There we go. Not exactly to the reference, but good enough. I think this arm might be a little too far out, but we'll make it work. There we go. That's a nice base for us to draw from. Nothing too crazy, right? Nothing too insane. Nothing too wild. We're just going to draw a simple dress. Simple clothing, simple dress. Nothing to be too insane about. Nothing to having to resort to anything. How, if that hand was like this, how would this hand look? Kind of pose to see how this hand would look. This hand would look all right. Oh, this hand might look a little weird, but is the thumb on the wrong side? It is. It is on the wrong side. Thumb is on the wrong side. So this should be a pinky. Maybe this should be like this then. I'll give it a little that. With some more friends, some more fingers. That being said, the pinky. Ooh, this hand's gonna look a little weird. I mean, I don't really need the hand and all that, but I do think it'd be fun for the clothing to interact with the body. That makes sense. Okay, we'll just do a simple hand instead of going so crazy. Like there's no need to do all that. There we go. Boom. Simple body. Whatever. Done. This hand looks weird. I'm just gonna erase this. This hand looks weird. I'm just not gonna. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck. I mean, sorry. Excuse my language. I really just want this. We're just gonna erase it. We're just gonna erase it. Imagine her hand's there. Imagine it makes sense. I guess I'm just really nervous. Haven't streamed in so long. But hey. Who cares if you're a little jittery? It's fine. There we go. That's the outfit. Boom. Now, we're going to draw a dress. We're going to see if I can draw a dress. So the reference I'm looking at has her wearing an undershirt that's relatively tight, white, and then a pink plaid shirt that kind of runs, or pink plaid dress that looks really nice. Kind of like on the pattern of a picnic. This little animation when you talk is cute. Thank you. Thank you. I did it myself. It was very fun to learn. PNG Tuber Plus. At what point are you just FaceTime people? I don't know. I don't like my face. Not to sound like that. I don't have a problem with the way I look. I just find it weird to have my face on the internet. So, I'm just gonna keep it like this for now, because I don't mind people seeing me. I just don't want this on the internet. Not that I have a problem with my face. I just feel like, but I also want something to connect to. So like a little dancing. How does this work? Am I pointing at her? A little dancing PNG tuber would, At what point? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm nervous. I just drank 400 milligrams of caffeine. I just worked out. I'm gonna work out again in about an hour, and I'm like crazy. You're too nice, anyways. Bye bye. Have a good day. Take good care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. She is a furry? Not particularly. I just give her a cat mouth because I think it's cute, but she could be a furry. There's no reason why she can't be one. Okay, back to drawing clothing. Gotta make sure that the clothing has this nice tint of blue, because I will go nuts if the blue is different from the other blues. All right, cool. You're too nice. Anyways, bye. That's a weird thing to say to me. I don't believe I'm that nice, but you know what? I'll take it. It's a nice compliment. Actually, now that I think about it. Like if this were to be somewhat correct. I mean, this isn't an anatomy practice, but like technically speaking, this doesn't really look. And then the arm should be right over it, not like. I drew it weirdly. I'm going to erase it. It's not going to be completely correct. I just feel like I've been learning a little bit more anatomy, and I feel like that freaked me out a little bit for a second. Do you do like a parted hair for the character? I've been doing kind of side parted hair for the character side. Oh, my character, the one dancing, or the one that I'm drawing? If it's for the one dancing, I could always make edits. This is my first ever PNG tuber. I looked up This is my first time ever using PNG Tuber Plus. If you see down here, oh wait, you can't see my mouse. If you see down here, you'll see PNG Tuber Plus, but before I was using a video tuber, but PNG Tuber is great. The one that I'm drawing, I'll look up what a side part is. I'm not good with names of styles and stuff. Do a side parted hair for the character. Side parted hair. Oh, that didn't type anything. Side parted hair. Woo, morning drawing. Keep it up, ConKhi. You're always looking forward to your work. I'm glad you are, Brandon. I'm surprised you're here, honestly. It's been so long that I'm surprised anyone's looking forward to anything. Side parted hair. Women? Is it a woman's hairstyle or is it a man's hairstyle? Regardless, I will draw a hairstyle. If it's correct, it's correct. If it's not, we'll fix it, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so again, drawing a dress. Let's see how the dress works. She does have a tight white shirt underneath, and I think that's going to be super good for practice because I did want to draw kind of the spiral look to it. So she has, I need to draw in blue. I draw clothing in blue, people in red. It's just a little thing that I picked up because I used to draw with blue and red lead. Okay, so let's say the seam seems to be like right here is. So, and it seems to be like this. It seems to be a very tight shirt that kind of comes towards this area, and then it also wraps around like so. But I think that's a little too much, actually. Let's see. So at one point, it's more like this. Hopefully that makes sense. I think I should reduce my lead size. Or yeah, I'm sure that's slightly better. Slightly, ever so slightly. And then we'll make a little. There we go. I think that looks fine. It's not perfect by any means, but I think anything you draw is going to be correct. That's not true, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you saying that. I wish, right? I wish. Okay, so the dress kind of comes in like this. It's relatively tight on the woman that I'm looking at. So it's kind of like this. But if her breasts are here, I'm assuming it would just kind of jut out a little bit. Where's the inside a little bit to show that this is the dress portion. And then it's really tight. At least it seems to come off that way. So it seems like there are small strands like this that wrap around it. But they also seem to be kind of like just strandish enough where it's like that kind of. I don't know. This does seem to act like a tension point. So let's see. Now we should draw now the reference is at a different angle. I just want to make this harder for myself because I also want to follow reference, but also do it on my own where I can manipulate the drawing however I like. Okay. Sort of. Hi, I'm sorry. If you said that before, why did you delete all your videos? If I said what before? Yeah, why did you delete your videos? I thought I said that. Maybe I misheard it or I explained it poorly. I deleted my videos previously because I felt like the videos aren't good enough. That's the cut and dry of it. I felt like the way I made videos was very boring and lazy, and I've decided that when I return to YouTube and start making more videos, I will be working on the videos slower, but the quality will shoot up from the editing to the drawing to the theme of the video, rather than just posting a speed draw with music in the back and me talking. Because I feel like that was not out of style or stylistic choice. That was due to my laziness. And because I myself know that I did that out of laziness, I can't look at those videos and be proud of them. So I deleted them. That's the short and sweet of it. There's other emotions that are involved, of course, but that is relatively what really it is. The fact that people with talent like you exist is wild. Thank you. I appreciate it. Talent? Maybe. Hard work? I like hard work more. Not taking offense to anything you said. I do appreciate it, of course. But I do pride myself in the fact that I've worked pretty hard. Though I guess it's not your fault. I did delete everything. So like you wouldn't know that I've been practicing for quite some time. But yes, I took no offense, I swear. It is a compliment. No reason to take offense. Who knows? Maybe I'm secretly a lot more emotional than I thought. I hate you. I'm kidding. Okay. So, the dress is quite nice. Right, very pretty dress. I like this. It's like actually, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm looking at it straight on, the dress looks more like, are you hardworking though? I worked pretty hard last year. I worked really hard last year. Last year was my hardworking year. I drew all year. I didn't stop. I burnt out, and now I'm back. That doesn't change the fact that I stopped. I didn't stop practicing. As you could probably see, like, I'm more confident drawing on stream now. I also draw a lot faster than I did before on stream. That's because I'm practicing. I've gotten a little bit more used drawing without being too nervous about the outcome of it. Essentially, like, I've just kind of become a little bit more confident in the fact that I've been drawing. Because before it would take too long for me to draw anything. Holy crap. But, you know, I've been trying. I haven't given up or anything. I've just been emotionally whack. But that's my problem to deal with. And no one else's. Okay. I see. I love the quality of your videos. So I was pretty shocked to see you delete them all, but I understand why. I meant I was sorry if you had to repeat that. I believe a lot of people must ask. No, that's totally fine. I don't have a problem repeating. And if anything, the ability to talk more to the chat is great because I have something to talk about rather than just sit here silently and just be boring. Like, you know, with a topic, it's more fun. I'm going to watch your live because I'm recently having issues with drawing clothes folds and stuff. Yeah. Don't watch me for any advice. As you can see, I think I've gotten a little bit better at clothing. Well, sort of. I mean, my previous works weren't a really high bar to clear. But if you have any problems, please go watch Marco Bucci's drawing. I think the thumbnail is like 7 different clothes folds you need to know or some stuff like that. Just search up Marco Bucci clothes folds. His video is phenomenal at explaining what you should be doing. And that's what I'm using essentially. All this practice is based off his 7 folds that he shows. Right now, I'm trying to do like, this is spiral folds, right? This is draping folds. I'm just seeing whatever works and taking it from him. He's just a great source overall. If you like painting, he's a phenomenal painting source. Truly, really. Okay, so this is going to be more of... But yeah, thank you for offering... Thank you for just talking in chat, you know. I do feel bad that I essentially just left without any explanation. But at the same time, I didn't want to feel like someone who... I guess I just was like... I didn't want to feel as though I'm shoving my problems onto the internet and hoping and like asking for, you know. Who was it again? Sorry, I missed it. Marco Bucci, Marcobucci. Marco Bucci. Very good. Very, very good. Dudes with plenty of tutorials. Yeah, I'd love to see your older videos. Sorry for saying that without knowing the context. No, that's totally fine. Again, feel free to say whatever you want, as long as it's not like mean, derogatory, or you know, you know, the usual common sense stuff. You know, just to keep me company, I guess, while I stream for a little bit longer. But yeah. Okay, this dress turned out sort of fine. Now this side needs some spiraling. There we go. I believe that's okay. It's a little jumbled, of course, but if I were to line it, I'm sure I could make it look a little bit better. Yeah, I just got neurobrain activated. I blinked, then I'm here. That's crazy. Hey, same for me though. You know what I mean? Like once in a while, you just kind of clock out and then you lock back in. You're in a different, entirely different area. Okay, so let's see. Draw hair. You said you want me to draw some hair. Let's see if I can draw it well for now. But let's do this first. Let's see. She pinches here. It's gonna look a little off, but it's fine. You know, I made tea outside. I really want to go grab it, but at the same time, I don't. I'm lazy. I'm frankly just a lazy person. That arm is just so small, but okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have her go like this. I still have a problem with zooming in pretty high whenever I want to do something, but hey. By the way, if I'm not looking at chat, it's just because I'm kind of locked in for a second, but I'll always eventually kind of move my head back towards there. Okay, that's fine for now. I mean, again, we're not finishing this. We're just doing whatever. Okay. There we go. There we go. And now we're going to give her what? A middle part, we said? Hello, hello. What's up? What's up? Nakoda. Greetings, ConKhi. How is it pippin' and poppin' and flippin' and floppin'? I'm pippin'. I don't know about poppin'. I'm flipping no one off, but I am flopping on this drawing. I'm kidding. Hello. Hello, no. Hopefully I did. Did you blink again? Because I'm pretty sure I already said hello to you. Gaming, Marco Bucci, got it. But watching the perspective of a learner like me is also interesting because I get to see how things... Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I like watching learners too. I have this one dude that I watch a stream once in a while, but he doesn't talk in them, so I kind of doze off once in a while, but relatively fun to watch if you don't mind scrolling through like 4 to 5, 7 hours of content once the VOD shows up. New video when? New video when? Now that's the real question. That's the full question. When is the new video? Honestly, I've got no idea. I do want to get a video out before this week because I am going on a trip. So this week is kind of the goal. Like before Saturday, it's Monday. So before Saturday or Friday, I want to get a video out because if it's not this week, the likelihood of me uploading a video is going to be so low just because I have problems keeping myself consistent. Now, I had the idea of filling out this canvas, but it's 5,000 pixels by 5,000 pixels, so didn't think this through. Did not think this through. I wish I made the canvas a little smaller. That being said, I do definitely want to make this person's hair sort of parted. I mean, it's kind of hard from this angle. I'll do it on the next drawing as well, just so it looks a little bit better. Nice stream. I am an official stream follower. I do want to consistently stream as well. So hopefully that is a dream that comes true. I did promise my friend I'd do at least 8 streams this summer. But hopefully if I really enjoy it and I'm really dedicated, I'll do more than 8. I don't know the lore, so can you fill me on how exactly you practice to improve? Copying and being hella jealous of other people, essentially. I started drawing on October 28th of 2023. I say that, but the reality is I've been drawing ever since I was a kid. Okay, just gonna be clear, drawing since I was a kid. But I didn't really want it to be a career until just recently, when I was like, let's go, let's do this, let's actually kick in. So I started my studies on October 2023. And I have just been essentially going into servers, asking for critiques, and then also copying and tracing and redrawing and practicing artists that are better than me, and picking up stuff wherever I can. I'm also blessed to have a lot of other people who are willing to critique me and pick at my drawings. So that is a big part of it too. But it's essentially just a lot of dedication. So artists are egoists. I'm an egoist. I get mad at people who are better than me, but sometimes I don't have the energy to do anything about it, but I do get mad about them, about it myself than anything else. My handle is quite hard to pronounce. My handle too. It's a Vietnamese word. If you get it, you get it. But if you don't, that sucks. Okay, let's actually head back to the drawing a little bit, because I've gotten to the point, like, I can draw while I'm streaming now. I know that, I know if Elias is still here, he remembers that I could barely ever get drawings done because I was so busy talking throughout. I was so busy talking that I could never get my drawings done. But I feel like I've gotten a lot better. I mean, I've gotten through 4. That's pretty good. That's world record. That's world record. Am I wrong? Elias specifically, because he's been here. I don't know if anyone else is still here. Brandon, maybe. Hey, I have 2 questions. First is, didn't you make YouTube videos in the past? I remember watching your videos, say, around a year ago, I think. I deleted them. I didn't like them. I thought they were lazy. I thought they were bad. I deleted them because personally, I think I can do better. So my new videos are going to be a lot better, less videos, more quality. And I decided to delete them because of my own personal beliefs of the videos being low quality, low input, lazy, and not good. I'm glad people like them. I'm glad people love them. But the reality is that I felt as if I could have put in more. And hopefully there's your middle part. I'm not sure. Sorry? Nothing to be sorry about. Probably. Unless you, like, put a pipe bomb in my house. Even though we just met. That'd be awfully rude of you. Truly. That'd be pretty rude. I'm glad people are here talking to me, because honestly, the more people that are willing to yap with me, the more fun streaming does become. All right, we got the hair. Hopefully that's good hair. Advise on how to make hair look more like it's flowing. Fast, quick. I've learned that doing stuff quickly and out of pure instinct, if you want something flowy, don't think about it. It makes no sense. If you want something flowy, if you want something natural, why are you tensing up? Just don't tense up. Just learn the basic S's, C lines, and then just draw. Just curve. If you don't like it, step back. Don't ever slowly do it. No, 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 no. Only do that when it's line art, okay? Just, you're in my walls. There's a lot of people that used to say that they're in my walls constantly, every single day. I don't really get it. I don't really understand. Okay, so that's the dress. Boom, drawing clothes, dress. Cool beans. Okay, so let's find another piece of clothing that I can draw. Clothes. I wonder how that looks whenever I type. This is my turf. Crazy, guys. Crazy. Let's see. Let's draw something a little bit more difficult. A couple layers to the clothing, maybe, right? We'll do this one time, and hopefully, after we're done, it looks beautiful. Oh, or maybe this. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty insane, actually. Okay, we'll do one kind of pretty hard drawing, and I'll call it a day. Now, this one's the most difficult, so it'll probably take me the most time, but regardless, hopefully, it turns out good. No one knows. No one can know. Okay, so we'll do it like, you know, when I was a kid and I watched Cynic's video on drawing faces at any angle by treating the faces as if they were paper, it didn't actually click with me. And then I realized that that advice was probably for people who were more intermediate artists, because after a little bit, I went and rewatched that video. And now whenever I draw faces and I don't want to put too much, holy crap, he's streaming. I am streaming. What's up? Hi. Sure, Neko, what's up? It's been quite a moment. It's been quite some time. I'm glad you're here, though. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Mark this here. But yes, what was I saying? Oh my god. I looked at chat, and now I'm totally lost. Faces. Paper towels. I did paper towels. So like Cynics made a video a long time ago where he said if you want to draw faces at any angle, treat them as if they were paper towels, and then as if they were folding. And I never understood that. I really didn't. But I realized that it was actually advice that that was for intermediate artists, and now that I come back to it, it makes total sense, and now I do it all the time. Bro is drawing. I make continuous lapse in my judgment. I make plenty of lapse in my judgment. Hello. I'm drawing. Jane Backseat. Did you change your name? You talked like you know you've been here, but maybe I forgot. I am terrible. Okay, for a second question, how do you approach painting? I'm starting out with it, and I'm not really sure I'm doing it. Okay. I will explain this while I'm drawing. Painting? I'm garbage. Utter garbage at painting. I swear. I promise I'm not hiding anything from you. Okay. Oh, I don't want to open up my other Google account because that one's private. That one's personal for me. But I really did just look up a Cynics video this morning. If you can believe me, if you don't think I'm capping. Capping? Am I old enough? But yeah, if you don't think I'm lying to you, I did open recently a Cynics video where I went over some of his painting stuff because I am now learning painting. I have been ignoring it because I never liked coloring very much. But now I'm giving it a shot. So I remember a Jane. I remember someone who backseated me. Right? I'm plenty. Right? But sorry, what was I saying? Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, there's two things. Painting, still new. I'll do a painting study stream very soon because that's my intention. Sorry, I can't answer that question for you. Done. Old streams, how nostalgic, good times. I know, right? This feels so great. Who? I remember you, sure, Neko. Jane Backseat. I'm sure. Look, I'm not good with names, but I remember like glimpse of chatters and certain things and the way people talk. So I swear I remember certain things. Anime or realistic? Which would you draw for a month if you had to? I like anime. I love anime. I don't really like drawing realistic too much, but I do enjoy it. I don't really hate it. I'm still learning though. I do have a friend that draws it though. I haven't learned particularly how to paint or draw realistically. But once I learn that, maybe I'll switch over to realistic. Who knows? Bro is great at managing a stream. He's a pro. I'm trying. I'm a pro. ADHD stream. Not particularly sure. Never got diagnosed, but I think I might have it. I don't want to know if I have it, though, because I feel like I'm doing quite well without knowing. Boom! I'm the Shiro from Discord. I know! Bro, talking 2 speed. I'm trying. If I have to, I'll lock in for a second for talking, but talking is quite difficult. Okay. That being said, let's do this. All right. Now I'm going to lock in my drawing for a little bit since I just answered a bunch of questions on stream. I think I deserve a type it. I'm drawing the wrong layer again. Anyway. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just fix it later. We're going to move this over to the side a little bit because, yeah, I do lose complete focus though if I'm on a topic and I'm talking. Regardless, it's fine. You guys can distract me all you want. I'll reel myself back in every time I say that. But reality is that's probably not true. His hand might be a little too big or too large. Yeah, this hand's gonna be a little too large, but I can just resume it back in later. It's fine, no worries. I mean, this doesn't need to be perfect again, it's just a practice sketch. Though I do have some perfectionism in me, or perfectionist attitude in me. I'll look back at the stream in a moment. Give me a second. Boom. Big hand. Okay, resize. The beauty of digital art is that I'm not confined by lead and paper. Bro, speedrunning chat. Yep, yell at me too. Gangy. That's crazy. I would never yell at you guys. At least not on purpose. The only guy who can beat Eminem. That's crazy. If only I could beat Eminem. You know, I've tried singing Eminem songs and NF songs because they rap pretty quick. Not my type of music. but I did try it. Godzilla was pretty insane. Not crazy though. Those curves would be diabolically good. I appreciate that. Little crazy. My nose is really itchy, so if you see my hand doing this a lot, it's just because I took a shower and my nose is like kind of glossy and itchy. You're outright freaky. You don't know that. Maybe Le Freak James. Why don't you like yelling? I hate yelling at people, even if I'm not mad. I feel like I'm an angry person. I'm an angry person inside. And if you catch me on the bad day, I'll pop off. I'll start tweaking. No, I don't know. I've got no clue. I think I just said that because I wanted to say that. No truth to it. All right. But those who are back or who are new, I very much appreciate you guys coming back. I'll probably give you guys my heartfelt goodbyes and everything like I usually do per stream, but I really do appreciate the fact that even though I haven't streamed for so long, there are a group of people that are willing to come back every single time and willing to watch me. And then there are new people who are willing to just sit down and have a conversation with a stranger. I do always appreciate that stuff because, frankly, every time, I say this all the time, but every time I click on the stream button, I get hella nervous. You know, you never know how it's going to go, who's going to talk, if anyone shows up or anyone wants to talk. So you always get slightly nervous about it, especially someone who gets as much anxiety as I do once in a while. You know, it's kind of difficult. But the fact that there are people who are still willing to just pop in once in a while is, you know, telling. It's really nice. It's really sweet. So yeah, that's just my one sappy story for the day. One final thank you. And then I'll become large and big and a big YouTube streamer. And then I'll never thank you guys ever again. So honestly, you should really count your days because once I get big, it's over for you guys. I mean, come on. I'm kidding. Okay, how are you doing? College and stuff. College is great. Pretty solid. No problems there. I am transferring again. The college that I was thinking of going to didn't plan out, so that does suck. Old news. That was a while back. I just didn't tell you guys about it. But college currently, not too bad. I would love to watch your new videos and streams. I will be streaming a lot more now, and I have a video planned for the end of the week. If it doesn't come out, I have failed you. Deadass. What, did I already answer college? College stuff is great. Currently. Things happening, things fine. Yeah, just like me, Brew. But, bro, I want to see the older streams. Good times. Older streams are dead. They're in the past, pal. Real. Drop everything and become snobby. So real. True. At one point, you guys are nothing. At one point in my life, when I become huge, I will remember you. Not because you guys were nice and kind, but because you were merely a stepping stone to the top. I'm kidding. Or maybe not. We'll find out. Arrange the letters in brackets in reverse. Yells in reverse. That's crazy. Yells in reverse. That was hard to do. I know I did that pretty quickly, but I really had to think about that. Bro, you're literally Isagi. Okay, done with this gesture drawing. It's a little rough, no cleanup, but remember, we're not here to do cleanup on the people. We're here to do cleanup on the clothes because we're learning clothes. Though I don't think the pose turned out pretty good. I mean, the fact that I can draw a pose like this while being on stream is kind of crazy. I still think people haven't talked about how I can actually draw a little bit on stream now without getting too distracted. I feel like not enough people have brought that up. You know, I feel like you guys all forgot about how long it took me to ever draw anything on the olden days, but you know, it's okay. I'll just compliment myself. You're doing so good. High five. Friends free, bros. Like it was a disease. True. I do like I love Blue Lock. Season 1 was great. Season 2, look, I know it's kind of fun to shit on it. It is bad. In my opinion, even if you love it, it's not fantastic. You can't tell me the final scene made it any better because I did not wait a bunch of episodes just to have one good scene at the very end. But I still love the story. Read the manga. Season 1 is great, though. Go ahead. PNG Lock was good in the last episode. Exactly. People keep telling me that, but I'm not going to watch a whole season just so I like the final episode. That's not how it works. I can't forgive you just because you make one good episode. And really, it was just one solid scene. Dino, hello. Welcome to the stream. Who cares about the cinematics? It's the psychology, and that true, but there is a bar line that I do want and expect out of something as big as Blue Lock. Because remember, when Blue Lock Season 1 came out, it became the highest grossing manga for like a solid amount of time. Come on, give me a little bit more. Just the same quality. The same quality. Please. Please. You know what I mean? Like, come on, just give me the same quality Season 1. You couldn't give me the same quality. I don't expect like Demon Slayer or some crap like that. Just give me the same quality. You went from that to like Microsoft PowerPoint type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I was just a little disappointed. Are y'all studying perspective? No, I'm studying clothing. Okay, too fast chat. Hello, Dino. PNG Luck was good at the last episode. True, but that doesn't matter. I don't forgive it. Just either watch the first season and then read the manga. It's still great. Don't get me wrong. It's still a great story. Who cares about the cinematics? It's true. Whatever. No, I watched it. That's fine. Just maybe ConKhi is about the friends you meet along the way. True. Maybe when the journey's over and I'm a giant YouTuber making millions every single day, I'll look back fondly in my deathbed and remember that you guys were truly when I was happy in my YouTube career. But currently, I want to bathe in money and forget all about you. I'm kidding. I love all of you guys. I promise. I guess we'll see. The final episode last half made me forget the whole season. That is true. For a moment, I did forget. But when I logged back in, I realized it was just a tiny bit of a scene. PG Luck, bro. Crazy. We talking about Blue Luck? Yes. Also, hi, Yui Trigger. I hope you're doing very great. Are you studying perspective? No, I'm drawing clothing. It's in the title. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Thoughts on Danadon? Love Danadon. Can't wait for season 2. Bro, they just gave their budget to Invincible. That's crazy. Now, I remember the streams where you tried to draw a Terraria character and you took the mushroom to get her legs and presented legs to Milky. I know, right? It took me forever. But look at me. Look, in this one stream that I've been only drawing for about 92 minutes, I've made 4, count them, and 5 on the way. So, I'm getting better. Sup, Kong? What's up, Samu? I remember. No, you changed your name. You have to have changed your name. You changed it. I do not remember Samu. Am I just a bad person that I don't remember my viewers, or did you change your name? I swear. If it's way hair animation was better than PG Luck, maybe. I don't know. I didn't watch Invincible season 2 or 3, by the way. No spoilers. I do want to watch it. I'm just taking a little bit of my time. I don't know. That's why I just read the manga animation. I can't read it. True. I feel the love. I'm a heart. Clip that. Lamau. No, JK. Lamau. Okay. Heart. There we go. Let's get to drawing because we're wasting too much time here, fellas. I swear I drew in the wrong layer, so I gotta highlight all of this, copy, paste, go down here, copy X, click, drag down, boom, boom. Oh, nope, go back. 20, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now, we can work on the clothing. Holy crap, my breath is running out. This is gonna be the last drawing though. So with the amount that I'm talking now, I'm probably gonna finish like at 12 o'clock. So there's like 40 more minutes of streaming left over anyway, who cares? Man, go check the channel history if you're unsure for real. Look, I'm sorry. Beyblade was peak. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not have a good memory starting out. And if anything, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. Going to cinnamon bun. I had a strawberry cake this morning. It was my mom's Mother's Day cake. Hopefully we get the Blue Luck episodes 3 animation is better. I'm not expecting the movie level. Please give us at least. Yes, please. Now I'm dreaming for Haikyuu type of quality, but I don't need it. I just need something better than season 2. Come on, just a little bit better. Please put something into it. Get a cinnamon bun. I had cake. Don't worry. You put on the cross for not remembering one guy. Don't worry, you'll get. Don't worry, I'm tweaking. Okay, don't watch it. Conquest was Conquested the whole season. I love Conquest. I love the Beebs. I'm so lonely. It's something I say constantly. Will. Okay, did you correct it? Don't worry, we'll get you put on the cross for not remembering one guy. Love. That's crazy. I'm Wuvaput. You're Wuvaput? Jane Backseat is Wuvaput? That's not true. Okay, if you want to prove it to me, DM me on Discord right now. You better still have my DMs because that would be extremely rude if you did not. I would be very sad if you did not have my DMs still. Prove it to me. Okay, I gotta draw. Also, the stream thumbnail, tasteful sus. Look, I can't change the thumbnail for some reason. I can't. I don't know why. But if you assign a thumbnail to a live stream, you can't remove it. It's actually frustrating. It's actually so frustrating. I can't remove it unless I make a brand new thing, which is like too much work. I'm too lazy for that, especially in the morning. Okay, fellas. We're here to draw clothing. Okay, I'm gonna log in for a second because I did a pretty good amount of talking. Okay, sadly her hair's in the way, so I can't see how she does her collar, but I can sort of see. I can sort of imagine how it would look. Holy shit, did I just get a DM from Vupa? I didn't cuss. I didn't cuss. I didn't cuss. I didn't cuss. You didn't hear that. Holy crap. I mean, just crap. Oh my god, it is Fidel. Why are you adding more letters to your name in my DM? Anyway, hi! I'm so glad you're back. I'm sorry, that was a weird voice. Also, the stream doesn't... Yeah, I already read that. My dog is barking at me to open my door, but he keeps eating everything. I love dogs. You better let him in. Yeah, Yui, I came with that cultured image to welcome. Dino, eat the dog. Eat the... Whoa. You better not. Dogs are cool. Best friends for life. Okay, so she's got a zipper that goes kind of across her boobs. Her chest. Kind of goes for chest. I am also trying to like talk more professionally. You know, my job will require me to be quite professional, and I can't slip up. I'm just saying, it'd be terrible if I slip up to an insane degree. Honestly, for how much she's bending, there isn't much of a line. It's very skin tight on her, so it seems as though there isn't much clothes folds. Though I can imagine that because it's so tight on her, I can sort of imagine this type of stuff. It's fine. It grew so much, bro. It's drawing, talking, your line work for real, for real. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to learn. It's a lot of gestures. I got forced. I literally dead ass. Oh, fudge. Oh, I'm trying not to cuss. Dead butt cheeks. That sounds so cringe though. Like I'm old enough to cuss, but I don't want to cuss because I'm trying to learn not to cuss. So it sounds cringe. It's like what the frick? Like freaking frick. That just sounds a little. I should come up with words like replacer words. I'm getting distracted. Who DM'd me? Bro, really streaming. I'm lucky to witness his beauty. Thank you, Shiro. Wait, that's you? Wait, Shironeko, did you just DM me? You're that Shiro? That's crazy. Wait, you're that? That's crazy. I had no clue. I've been talking to you for like the past 5 months, and I had no clue you were Shironeko. Wow. 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 Crazy. Sounds goofy. I know, right? I had no clue. Makes sense. Skin tight suits have an advantage of not drawing folds, just drawing body anatomy. I know, right? Let's go. Let's continue. Though there actually is a bit of folds here. Like I can barely see it, but it's to accentuate her chest a little bit. Her chest is a lot larger in the reference. I'm making them really small for some reason. I'm gonna flat as justice, flat as justice. I'm kidding. Not something I would say. Who knows? Maybe I'm a freak. Who said that? I'm no freak. Okay, so there does seem to be like very light lines to like show that it's like elevated, it's like stretched out because her chest is, you know, exists. But I'm not sure how it would. Questions for another day. Hype my boy, guys. Crazy. Sheer. Yeah, I had no idea you were that Shiro. I literally thought you were just two different Shiros. That's actually kind of insane. The fact that I didn't recognize you. Maybe that just proves how kind of dumb I am. Okay. I did draw the reference all right, but it's really not as it's not as accurate. Like she's like I get that I get that the bend is very aggressive, but it's actually more aggressive in the reference. So like I actually didn't draw the reference to like as it's crazy how hers is so much more dramatic. Like that's kind of insane. Okay, I'm doing a second layer because we're doing this. Okay. I'm trying to make this work. But this should be darker because it's a clear dissection between the two. I see why. I see why it doesn't look like that. There we go. Maybe. It could look better. This definitely could look a lot better. I'm kind of screwing up a little bit. This is just really hard. Like if you can see the... I might as well just... No, I gotta focus. I gotta focus because I'll start showing the reference and then I'll start getting off track. I can show the reference at the very end. I'm already like getting off track from just doing this normally. You know? Like I just get too distracted too easily. Okay. I'm locking in for a second, guys. I swear I'll re-chat in a little bit, but I just gotta lock in. I gotta get food at one point. I'm kind of hungry, but I only get food if I succeed at this. That is the rule. That is a law of nature. Food is not necessary if you don't draw well. You can quote me on that. If I'm ever eating and I'm drawing terribly, no food. No food for me. Survival of the fittest type stuff. Type crap. Let's just say type stuff. Let's not be a stickler here. Damn, there's just so many clove folds of this. I can definitely be doing this better, but obviously I'll put this in for critiques. I'll get everyone's opinions on it. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, fellas? Okay, cool. Got it. So that's one of them. And then there's this side, which is kind of crazy. Kind of insane, actually. This is actually wild and unbelievably hard. Oh, okay. Drawing well. I'm duding on a I'm gonna be starving vlog. Drawing well, question mark. I'm doodling on a Ned's. I'm gonna be starving vlog. Drawing well, I'm doodling on meds. I'm gonna start seeing fog. Staring fog. I'm so... Drawing well, I'm doodling on meds is what I'm reading. I'm gonna be starting fog. Okay. What is that? I'm trying to interpret as best as I can, man. You ain't drawing if you ain't nutritioning. I'm drawing. When I draw, I'll deserve nutritioning. Brother threw away the keys. He's locked in. Nintendo 3DS. Nintendo 3DS! I'm drawing. I'm doodling on a Nintendo 3DS. I'm gonna be... I don't know the ending still. But congratulations. I haven't drawn on a 3DS in a long time. Or a DSi, for that matter. It's just been a while since I've done any of that. That's a lot better than drawing on meds, I think. Depends on how you guys feel about that. Nothing wrong with that, of course. Hey, people lock in during different times. No judgment. If you log in the hardest when you're on meds, you take those meds. This is not encouraging anyone to take medicine, though. To be clear, this is not a message endorsing meds. I'm just saying, if you need them to lock in, nothing's wrong. Gonna be starving flog. What is flog? What is flog? What is flog? Flog. For real am confused. I know. For real, I'm confused too, though. Exactly. Yeah, log in. What the fuck do you guys do to him? I'm going crazy. Bro's using pop-up palettes. No way. I clicked it on accident. Oh, I probably shouldn't tell you that. I'm pretty sure you want me to use pop-up. We're chilling. Okay. This is wrong. This portion is wrong because it's actually... It's just kind of crazy. I just don't get this fold right here. I sort of do, but I don't. I feel like I could communicate it better if I just take my own initiative and do that, even though it doesn't look like that in the photo. Of course, maybe sometimes I'm the one who needs to do changes. It'll look better as I'm looking at a realistic photo. I'm locking in for a second, guys. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I swear I'll look at chat in a little bit. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Don't leave. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I totally thought this stream was not gonna perform, or like no one was gonna come. I am very confused why anyone is here. Still, right now, like currently. Unbelievable, honestly. I'm like... This is such a weird... Wow, it's really jumbled. Like, I'm trying to copy it one for one, but this is just hard to do in general. Holy crap, man. This is really hard. This is actually how it looks. This is actually, if you guys think this looks a little weird, I'm just copying one for one. I know I could be better. It could be better if I were to do it myself, like take some creative liberties, but I'm just trying to copy one for one right now. And this is just how it looks. This is crazy. I mean, not completely accurate, but the fact that it's anywhere close to this is kind of insane. Wow, it's just so jumbled. Crazy. I'm a little off by some ways, but this is not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Why does she have... She has her sleeve pulled up here. That's so odd. That's so odd. It's cool. It looks cool, but it's so odd. I don't think my typing habits plus people with ADHD mix. Yeah. Not at all. Not gonna lie. Unbelievable that you're still drawing too. Unbelievable that you're still drawing. I know, right? I mean, I stopped drawing now. I thought you were another victim just gone reduced to ashes in dreams. No, I have been drawing this entire time. I have sketchbooks. I have switched over to more of like physical stuff. Like I filled up another sketchbook with gestures, but I've continued drawing. I've continued drawing. But I've just I've stopped drawing every single day of every waking moment and being so anxious over it. I've just picked when I feel like drawing, I draw, and it's just, I just feel a lot better. I also got books. I got books. Look, I got Andrew Loomis's books. I read this. Did I just nick the book? I really don't want to do that. I read this. I take notes. I leave sticky notes. I highlight things. Like, I'm learning. I'm trying to improve, just like by slowing down. Like, I've been so gun-ho about it all 2024. Like 25, I was like, I'm not less committed. I'm just doing it smarter. I even have this book. This book it's called Artistic Anatomy by Walter Farrington Moses. This book was mentioned in Andrew Loomis's original book on figure drawing for all it's worth. I had to go scouring for this book because this book's not in print anymore. This is a hard copy book. And this book apparently is not in print because I had to get this from a vintage bookstore from 1947, Los Angeles, California, Board and Publishing Company. And I had to scour for this book. This book has a library card thing. Like, and I know for a fact this book was owned by an artist because in the back there's a folder. And it's just some dude's anatomy drawing. And it's super cool. It's super cool. If you, whoever owned this last, come talk to me or some shit like that. This is cool. This was cool. This was a cool find. If you try buying on Amazon, you can only buy a print of it. Like, you can only buy it printed out, and it costs like 47 bucks. Elias, bro, is still here too. For real, hope you're doing well from your dear acquaintance, Vupa. I know, right? Anyway, let's go back to drawing. Let's get back to this. Oh my god, the pants is 100. Okay, I'm gonna quit at the pants. I'm not doing. Okay, I'll do a little bit of the pants. Oh no, I gotta quit. I'll do a tad bit of the pants. It's a tad, the smallest bit of the pants. We're gonna zoom in though. Oh my god, the picture doesn't zoom in. Oh my god. By the way, I want to be 100% clear, just in case. This isn't underwear. These are shorts that look like underwear, which is like, I don't know what the point of making shorts that look like underwear is. It's like to bait people into thinking I'm only wearing underwear. They have pockets. They have pockets and short strings. I don't want to show you that. Like, I'm about to just... No, but these are shorts. They're shorts. I swear. I know my home clothes habits are very gross. Like, well, not gross, just weird. Like, I just wear shorts and a very big hoodie. This is like a triple XL hoodie that I found at Goodwill. This is like my comfort drawing clothes. Anyway, these are pants. These are pants. And you can tell because men, there's no hole in the front for your thing. I'm kidding. Okay, no more talking about this. I apologize if any women are here. Just letting you know that most underwear for men have a slit in the front. Just letting you know. Okay, snappy short answer chat. What is your favorite Pokemon game, if at all? Soul Silver. Soul Silver was my first game. I love the fact that we get 2 regions. I love the fact that a Pokemon walk behind you. Typhlosion is my favorite Pokemon. I'm so sad about the leaks about how Typhlosion was something else, but I love Typhlosion. Soul Silver is just so cool. You get double the gym leaders, double the regions. You get to fight red. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. And then Black and White is close second. And then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And then Fire Red. Because I like the old ones. I played Heart Gold. Same thing. They're both great. I had both Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And then I sold them because I was an idiot. And as a kid, I sold the original one because at the time, they weren't super rare. But I was done with the game. I had like 1,000 hours. And I wanted to buy a PS4. So I sold it at GameStop. I lost so much money. No yelling though. Anyway, I just pirate them now. So I'm not really that mad. I just pirate them. I just ahoy them. Nintendo, don't sue me. I can't afford that. I'm a classic red and yellow. Nice. Nice. I hacked my 3DS. Nice. All Pokemon games. Nice. Yeah, nice. Cool. Let's go back to this drawing. We're just gonna do the pants. We're gonna draw a little bit of the face. Call it a day. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so the pants are actually kind of weird. Like, they're like kind of buttoned, but they're not. Oh, we got a burp. I'm still lost what we're talking about Pokemon. We're talking about what's your favorite Pokemon game. You're not Rick enough to get sued. Rick enough? Morty? Rich enough. Got it. Freaky but wholesome. Thanks. Freaky? How is that freaky? I don't know. Don't even ask. Don't even ask. Don't even ask. I feel like I should learn that I shouldn't even ask. So there's a lot of, so the problem with this is that this is a lot of lines and I'm finding it quite annoying. Not annoying, but I think I'm gonna have a hard time making this look good because there's just so many lines. And I feel like it will look amateurish if there's a lot of lines. It looks like it's cluttered. And I feel like I probably should only be drawing the most important triangles, like trying to single out as many of them as possible. Maybe try not to use all of them. You know, I feel as though if I try to draw every single fold, it will look cluttered, like way too cluttered. So I'm gonna try to take as many of the main folds as possible, but maybe this might make it look weird. I don't know. Like, this already looks weird. It's just the fabric is really loose and light, so it makes the clothing have so many folds. At least that's my assumption. And so many folds, like drawing this many folds without being, you know, really good at them, makes it look like I'm adding folds just for the sake of adding folds. But in reality, it's just so cluttered. Crazy. This is like actually probably the hardest one I've done so far, and that just looks awful. So I'm just gonna quit now with the pants, because I think I need a little bit more learning before I tackle any of the pants. I'll just leave it at that. We'll draw a little bit of the face, and then we'll call it a day, because I need food. I'm hungry, and I'm also gonna go work out. So I'm gonna work out first, and then I'll eat food. So I drew for a couple hours. I worked out. I'm gonna make a vid showing the highest error drawing for real. That's crazy. That's true. Focus on most impactful folds. Yeah, I just assumed that would be the case, because I feel like there's so many folds that it looks really off. Like, it looks as if someone who learned about folds recently just slapped on stuff. Who are you studying, and why triangles? I love triangles. I'm not studying anyone specifically. Marco Bucci, if I had to answer. How are you learning folds and wrinkles at the moment? Marco Bucci. Video. And then I'm just looking at references and copying the references from real life. I haven't gone on to stylizing it yet. You gotta make some tutorials, man. I would watch it. I do make tutorials for Excal's art server, that's which you're on and I'm on. I make them. I make them for people because I love making videos for people who are learning. But I only make videos on topics I am 100% confident on. So I want to be a teacher. Just being completely honest. I want to be a teacher. It's good practice for me, but I have a very strong value. If I don't know it well enough, I have no reason teaching it, because I might spread misinformation that could harm the student. And if I find out that information that I've handed out poorly caused someone to be stunted in their learning process, that is my fault, and I'd feel so bad, because I want to learn super quick. So what right do I have to stunt other people's growth? So I don't do tutorials unless I'm 100% confident in the tutorials. What was I saying? I would watch it. That's great. I would too. Wait, I think you're talking about my tutorials. I would not. Mark, what's the spelling for their last name? It's M-A-R-C, not with a K, and B-U-C-C-I. Bucci. Marco Bucci. Marco Bucci? I think it's like, okay, I'll join Xcode server to see your art. It's not on there. Not anymore. All my old stuff is on there. If you want to see my older stuff, I'll show you one of them. I'll show you one of my older stuff. You can try finding it. It's there. But I would say the piece I'm showing you is, I would consider final era, the best piece of the last era. I'm calling it. And I think some people might remember this one. This is the last piece of that last era, and I haven't made a piece full illustration since I started honing in on my studies. So this is the last piece I made, last full piece I made, like fully locked in, fully everything, and I haven't made one since. I haven't made a full illustration since then, and that's it. So yeah, now I'm trying to learn how to do clothing to make it pop and more professional and cooler. So this is the new era. We're going to call it new era. Thank you. I appreciate you guys liking it. I hate it now. So I might not agree. You can get a lot of value bringing your level closer to your pupils and explore the options. I might not agree. You can get a lot of value by bringing your level closer to your pupils. By bringing your level closer to the pupils to explore the options. I might not agree. You can get a lot of value by bringing. Can you explain a little bit deeper? I might not be getting it specifically. I might not agree. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm open to everyone's critiques. I think I've been very open about that. I don't know exactly what you're saying. You can explain a little bit more, but I'm just going to talk as maybe you're typing it. I very much believe anyone can offer me advice, no matter the level. Because the reality is that I believe people have an innate ability to tell what's off, even if you don't draw. Because when you make art, who sees it? Not every artist is going to see it. It's going to be the general public. And they will be able to see and be like, this is kind of off, or this looks kind of weird. You know what I mean? So I don't discount anyone, nor do I believe I'm better than anyone. Because everyone has a thing to say, if that makes me sense. You don't need to be high level, you just got to give them references to act upon. Maybe. Yeah, true. I don't disagree. I'm just experimenting. I don't really know what to say. I'm going to be honest, I'm completely lost. I've talked so much and just yapped so hard that I don't really know exactly what's connecting to what. So we're just going to continue on with what I was doing earlier and this. Though I'm not taking your words for granted. I'm just very confused right now and lost. Trust me, my head's actually more fried currently than it actually is. It's just, I'm actually kind of fried a little bit. Was not expecting so many people to talk. Anyway, where's my blue? Oh no, I usually draw hair in red, don't I? Yes. Okay. That being said, so like whoever asked how to draw hair, notice how like I'm not trying to be like perfect with the hair strands. The reality is that I find I draw my best hair when I'm drawing very quick, very loose sketches. Now this is my way. This is no objective way. There is no objective way. But because hair is loose, I find that if I'm stiff, obviously the hair won't be loose. You know what I mean? If I'm stiff, I can't expect if the way I'm holding my pen, if the way I'm drawing the lines are stiff, it's weird to expect the lines you're creating with both the stiff hand and the stiff line work to be flowy, you know? So the reality is that you just need to be quicker and more instinctive. If you draw a line, you don't like it, get rid of it, draw it again. Try and try again. It's trial and error. These lines aren't permanent. Keep trying to draw a more loose, flowy type of style because that's what hair is. It's loose, it's flowy, it's natural. It's not like a square. It's not something you can do on. It's not something you can like construct necessarily. Like I'm sure there are people who like they teach you how to do like the front bangs, the side bangs, and they cut them into little pieces. But in my opinion, that's just long and that's just strict and that's just stiff. So I like to just put down lines, make them kind of crazy, make them kind of long, make them really loose, and wish for the best. Essentially RNG. Essentially flipping RNG it, man. Crazy advice to give, but that's how I go about my hair. By the way, she has pigtails. And I'm also locked in, so I'll look at the chat. I swear to gosh. I swear. Again, it just sounds a little cringe whenever I try to censor myself. But it's also for the betterment of myself, since I need to learn how to censor myself. This looks like Miku. I guess anyone with twin tails sort of looks like Miku. Should I make it Miku? I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't do the nose like that. I'll just do this. Of course, we're not doing faces today. Maybe someday. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do disagree with Wolfapa. I don't know. I feel like I always I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I feel like I always cave in sometimes, and I feel like I should have more confidence in certain words I say. Because, you know, there's nothing wrong with having different ideologies. Maybe I should re-look at what Wolfapa had to say and maybe try to re-change my answer. Maybe I do agree with him. Maybe I just didn't hear it out correctly. Who knows? But the reality is I should probably take that question with a little bit more seriousness and see if I can answer it differently. We'll see. We'll look at it right now. Where is it? Because the bulletproof way doesn't exist. You will not master the fundamentals. Oh. I dropped my pen. I don't want to show my face. I dropped my pen. We're going to try picking up with my feet. Or I can just put my hand up here like any normal person and just flip the camera away. You know, like how people normally do it. I don't know, man. We're chilling probably unless Streamlabs just took. I do want to show my hand a little bit. Hello. Face reveal. Your boy looks ugly as fuck. Yeah, ugly as duck. Ah, God. All right. Anyway, I like I did for Yagi. Good luck in your journey for real. Thank you. I explained. Got to read my messages, little baby boy. Okay, I will read your messages, baby boy. Yeah, you are only there for support, but you can aid to give some more opportunities to learn something adjacent or connect the dots to something else. I guess that's fair. I can't expect me to know every little thing about I guess I should reword my philosophy a little bit differently. It's not that I necessarily need to know every little thing about it. It's more like there's a fear, I guess, of offering an explanation if I don't have it fully if I don't articulate it well enough, because I fear I don't mind if I explain it in my own way or my own process or differently than other people explain it. That's not the problem. The problem is that if I don't articulate it well enough, it might end up being confusing rather than being helpful. So I guess the better way I should word it is that I don't need to master what I know, but I do need to find a way where the explanation itself isn't confusing and it makes sense for the other person to understand it. So yeah, I'm sure you look swell. Why not just show your face vlog? What is vlog? You're saying vlog a lot, but I'm not particularly sure what you mean when you say vlog. I do have some problems with the way I look. Nothing too crazy, but I want to look at my best at all times. And currently, by the way, I'm wearing pants, underwear, short underwear, and just a big hoodie. Now's not the best time. Take me as an example. I showed you my level and you accepted some of my criticisms, right? Yes, I did. What's up, CD Newts? What's up, chat? What's up? So you got to make the full illustration to show people you're capable, man. That's true. I do agree. All right. Art looking clean, dog. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you think it looks clean. It's a word I made up. Just calls people sometimes. No particular meaning. My bad. Nope. No problem. I just need to know. Now that I know, there's no problem. There was never a problem to begin with. Anyway. Monkey? Yes. Whoever typed monkey. I'm assuming you typed that in reference to my name. It's a Vietnamese word. It means monkey. My mom used to call me Little Monkey when I was a kid. That's all it is. It's a cute name. It's a cute story. At least I've been told it's a cute story. So everyone calls me ConKhi, which is a Vietnamese word for monkey or little monkey or something like that. So I just like that name, and I've just kind of attached it to myself. And once I become the biggest ConKhi, I will own the word. I'm kidding. How funny would that be, though, right? I'm kidding. Maybe. Who knows? All right, I'm done. This is all I'm drawing for the day. If you're not confident enough, gotta pump something. Your pupils look up to you. You plan to do that soon. True. Do I have pupils? I guess I might. I guess I might. Who knows? I don't know. It's been a while. You plan to do that soon? Yes, maybe, possibly. We'll figure it out. Thanks for the stream. It was fun. You're the only ConKhi I know. Thank you. Chonky. Fucking Chonky. I swear, once Milky finds out that I streamed today, she's going to call me Chonky. She's going to do plenty of stuff. It's going to be crazy. Anyway, once again, guys, that's it for the day. But I do want to say I very much appreciate every single person that came out to stream or to the stream and talk to me, even if you're not here, even if you are here. Thank you, every single person. I really don't know how the stream was going to go. My first stream in literally about 5 to 6 months. So the fact that I had 21 people watching it and enjoying it and having a good time is something that it's just something it's just something that it's hard to ask for. I don't know how I'm wording this, but thank you, essentially what I'm saying, because without you guys, it'd be boring. So appreciate it. Have a good day. Maybe this will be the new stream time. I don't know. Take care. Lots of love. And go eat something, because I'm so hungry. I'm going to have hot dogs. I'm going to have meat piped into pig casing and shoved in a bun with ketchup and mustard, because that's how it's, because that sounds good. to an American, that sounds good, I guess. Take care though. Bye bye.